All right, Troy Aikman takes a shot at Patrick Mahomes, a.k.a. my homeboy quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Kansas City Athletics, shout out to the Athletics men, they're on the rise. They started off in 2016, and they making their own little way in, man. It's kind of like Bleacher Report. Didn't know what Bleacher Report was, and it just popped up and grew, so shout out to them. But because the Kansas City Athletic pointed out an interesting stat about Mahomes that made Troy Aikman not look good in a Pacific spotlight. But hey, let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget we're doing an NFL live show today, probably around 4:30 today, man. NFL live. You can check the playlist and catch our previous episodes, and we'll be recapping week 3 today and previewing week 4. So check it out, man. Appreciate the love, support too. But yeah, the Athletics Kansas City said Patrick Mahomes has thrown 30% of Troy Aikman's career touchdowns in about 8% of the games. Troy Aikman says, "Talk to me when he has 33% of my Super Bowl titles." So at the end of the day, he's telling the Kansas City Athletics to get a Super Bowl title. He tell my homeboy to win the Super Bowl title, which he came close last year to get to the Super Bowl if D Ford didn't jump off sides when Tom Brady threw that, which would have been a game-ending interception. But at the end of the day, Troy Aikman is a little sensitive here, and Troy Aikman is a guy that a lot of people think by the numbers doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And I think his career high touchdowns was 23. And a lot of his numbers are pedestrian, and people, make a case for McNasty, Donovan McNabb, to get in the Hall of Fame. And his numbers, I believe, are better than Troy Aikman's. And but Troy Aikman got 3 Super Bowl titles and the Super Bowl MVP. So people could look at Eli Manning and compare his numbers to Troy Aikman, and he got 2 Super Bowl titles, and I believe he's Super Bowl MVP if I'm not mistaken. Then he should get in if Troy Aikman got in. You know what I'm saying? So Troy Aikman wasn't a statistical monster. You got to remember it was a different era then. They had Emmett, and it wasn't the passing aerial attack that it is today. And that's why I give credit to the Joe Theismanns, the Joe Montanas, the Dan Marinos, the John Elway that played when you can hit the quarterback. And go back and look at when Lawrence Taylor broke Joe Theismann's leg. Go back and look at some of those concussions and times Joe Montana got knocked out the game. You can jam the receiver all up the field. People forget that. You can beat up Jerry Rice. And that's why Jerry Rice is considered the best, because he played in an era where it wasn't no 5-yard press rule where you could press the receiver, touch the receiver in 5 yards. You can beat those guys up down the field. And Aikman played in an era where the windows wasn't so good, where the receivers, can get beat up and get pressed all the way down the field. So, he played in a different era. And if Aikman probably played in this era, he probably would have, I wouldn't say my homeboy numbers, but he had greater statistical numbers, show with Dan Marino and Joe Montana. And I love Tom Brady from the University of Michigan. Go Blue. Want to check out my University of Michigan videos, check out my other channel, Motor City Sports Talk, by the way. But if he did, it'd probably be a different story. But these stats are kind of misleading today, because it's not the same defense being played. But at the end of the day, I like Troy. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I don't take it as a shot. I take it as a challenge. And if I'm Patrick, my homeboy, he's challenging me to be a winner. And you know what? Troy Aikman had one of the greatest running backs, if not the greatest, Emmitt Smith behind one of the greatest receivers, and Michael Irvin. You know what I'm saying? And had a great defense, had a great orchestrator in Jimmy Johnson, had a owner that really wanted to spin the win. They had Dion for a season, I believe. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't take it as a shot. Patrick Mahomes should take it as motivations to go out there and get a ring. But at the end of the day, it's crazy that he already do have 36% of his touchdowns, and my homeboy can be on the way to having a lot more. But hey, I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll link an article in the description proving it to be true. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, and video request. Keep sharing the videos. And yeah, man, let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Troy Aikman going hard in the paint on Patrick Mahomes. We gone.